Hey, what's up, everybody? DCW Hawks here with me as always.
Devin.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the very nice, very evil AEW Ringside exclusive Danhausen figure. Let's check it out. Usually we get right to the cutting of the tape, but I didn't really go over the box. And this box is awesome because you see Danhausen here. He's got his little Batman pose with his cape, and then you open the flap, and there's Danhausen in all his glory. Packaging is really cool. Danhausen, very nice, very evil. Picture of Danhausen. Picture of Danhausen on the back cursing you. And an awesome shot of his face. Alright, let's get him unboxed. Oh, yeah. So we have Danhausen out of his box, and first opinions, I like it. The face sculpts, focus.
It's focusing on this face.
Focus on this Danhausen. There we go. The face sculpts on these things are amazing. Like a perfect likeness to Danhausen. The only thing I don't like is these triangle things right here on the sides are way too big. Like you see, well, that's not good. See on the box here how they're just like lines, just curved lines. These have like thick triangles. Almost remind me of like Brian Cage's sideburns. But the tattoo work is all there. Fairly good. It's very good. The little Danhausen on the butt. It's very nice on this side. Very evil on that side. Another spiral logo right there. Teeth around there. A little demon chest tattoo. It is quite nice.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Ah,
Doesn't want to stand up, but it looks good.
yeah. Had to change the background. This is kind of a special review. Very, very big Danhausen fans. Here's our autographed Danhausen hockey mask. Pretty cool. Made one for him to keep and one for us to have autographed. So, yep, that was pretty cool. Pretty good day meeting Danhausen.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. We'll get over the articulation here. His head, it's got that little disc joint, so it does all the bending and stuff that you need it to do. You can look up about that far, down about that far. Arms are on the ratchet jazzwares. I don't know what you call them. Ratchet joints, I guess. The T-pose out to about there. And bicep swivel. Double jointed arms. That's one thing I don't like about AEW figures are their elbows. They always seem so fragile. And the wrists are on the regular wrist peg. Back and forth, spin around. Going back to his torso. You can get that far back, which is very good. Then back. Crunch amazingly well.
It looks like he's trying to scare a bunch of 5-year-olds.
Ah! Sorry about that. Not a complete split. Which is weird, 'cause usually AEW figures do pretty well with that.
Yeah.
He can kick that far forward. Again, not very much. Does have a double jointed knee. Gets almost 90 degrees. We come down to the foot. It's got rotation there. Points down that far. Goes up to about neutral. And it's got a great ankle pivot. So honestly, not the best articulation. Especially for an AEW figure, they're usually fairly well articulated.
I feel like from the waist up it was pretty good. Just from the waist down it kind of sucked.
Yeah, like the legs are just... There's something about them.
Well, like one thing I noticed when I was messing around earlier is that the waist is so good he can look straight down without moving his head.
Yeah. Not get him to stand like that. With one hand.
Fine. Did it earlier.
You don't have to use one hand. You can use two if you want.
Nope, I'm using one hand now.
Alright. Come on.
Okay, I'm using two.
Alright, that's fine. Yay! Congratulations, you did
It's
it.
not completely bent over because now his knees are bent, but
I think gravity's going to take over and he's going to fall.
I did it earlier. It's because of the cloth, I think. Hold on. I know they can't see this, but now I'm determined to prove it.
Doing something off camera doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, whatever. I give up.
So anyway, that's the Danhausen articulation. We'll come back with his accessories. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at Danhausen's accessories. Get over the, the boring stuff first, and then we'll get to the good stuff. So on him he has a pair of splayed out hands. Very nice. Looks like his ring finger's like bent, dislocated or something. These are like, I'm gonna choke you. Give me blimps and PT Cruisers. How cool is that, man? Just that, oh man, it's so cool. Having a Danhausen, like an actual legit Danhausen figure, is really making my day right now. Anyway, there's that. Then we have more weird gestury hands, curse hands. No, these aren't the curse hands. Focus on the hands. There we go. Each one has his wedding ring on there, which I think is kind of cool. Like those hands. And then these hands are the money-making hands. These are the curse hands. It's cursing the camera right now because it won't focus. Cursed. Alright. Then we have 3 head sculpts that come with Danhausen, which are all kind of similar in a way. Got the one that comes on the figure in the package. Again, the likeness to Danhausen is just unreal. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it really is.
Except those triangles, man, are really bugging the crap out of me.
So AEW is like either really good or really bad at getting the heads.
Yeah. What was that John Silver head? Remember that? Looked like an anime character more than anything. Here's the next head. You know, like a gritted teeth, snarly head. And I love that. How they just have just the right amount of red under the eyes to cover up his human form.
Yeah.
So nice.
I really expected them to put way too much.
Don't know if you're getting that joke.
Probably not.
He always talks about how none of this is face paint. It's just a little red under the eyes.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay, that's what I was going for.
I knew the joke. I was just actually expecting them to put too much.
Oh, gotcha. And then this is the third one. I don't know which one I like most. I think I'm leaning towards this one. It's kind of very Danhausen-ish face. I mean, they're all his face, but I mean, you see photos of him, and he's kind of got like this kind of look going on.
You mean like everywhere on the box?
the main seller, I think, of this is this very nice cloth cape. Oh, it says very nice on it, so they must have known. It's got bendy wires in there. Got one on this side, and one on the bottom, which I think was a very nice touch. Then to put it on, undo this little clasp. This tag is annoying. I'm going to get that out there. Doesn't need to be there. What is going on right now? So I think you put it over him like this. Wait. How does this go? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. You gotta go down. You just go over the shoulders like so. And you flip it over. And you got the Velcro in the back here. It goes on there like that. Flip this down. I hate you. It's kind of hard to do on camera. Thanks for the help, Devin.
You have the figure. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Figure something out. It goes around like this, maybe? We're experiencing some technical difficulties. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Oh. That could be the problem. The Velcro is just, like, not working. There we go. You have to be smarter than the Velcro.
I still think the Velcro is probably smarter than you.
Yeah, it is. This is really frustrating me right now. Really having a hard time with this. No, this part goes around the back.
Does it, or does it go under the arms?
It's supposed to connect just like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't connect. There's no Velcro. You see that?
That's weird.
Oh, there's a little Velcro. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, after Devin did it effortlessly on his first try, we have the cape on the Danhausen. And it is very nice. Very evil. How many times can you say that in a Danhausen review?
Not enough.
Not enough, indeed.
I didn't even realize the blue detailing until it was like hitting the light correctly.
Yeah, there's all kinds of detail in that. It's a great cape, but just the way it's put together doesn't really...
And there's like loose fabrics and threads hanging off of it everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a couple really bad ones that we had to cut off before we even started this.
Yep. I don't know how it got past quality control. But he does look pretty good with that cape on.
Yeah. Although, I don't know if I like how big it is around the neck, like
Yeah,
how thick it is.
I was kind of thinking that myself.
Like, it almost looks like someone pulling a bedsheet around his neck or something.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not big on, like, I'm very iffy on fabrics and stuff, on figures. And bulkiness is one of my main problems with it.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's just kind of bulky. I mean, it's nicely made, it's just too big.
I feel like if you set it right, it could look nice.
Let's
But
see if I can't do something to mess around with it.
yeah.
Right, that wraps up the Danhausen accessories. Now let's go back to our size comparisons. Alright, so first comparison we're going to do is a WWE Ultimate The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Holy crap. Sorry about that. Yeah, Bray Wyatt was way bigger than Danhausen, so I'm pretty sure this figure is too small. Because his stumpy legs.
Yeah, the legs on that figure are very short.
But, I mean, they do look kind of cool next to each other. Some interesting stories could be told there.
Both have like the black and red aesthetic with a white face and black eyes, and okay, they're actually pretty similar in design.
They are very similar.
Didn't realize that until now.
Next, we have a Marvel Legends Venom.
How did you get him to stand? Never mind.
Yeah, I'm awesome.
Put the cape on.
Shut up. Venom is supposed to be huge, so that works.
Yeah.
That would work very well. Next, we have a Storm Collectibles Classic Scorpion. Stand.
I feel like that dude's been in every, if not almost every review since we've done him.
Well, it's because he's one of my favorites. I love him.
Mine too. And now we just face planted.
Jerk. Well, there's some finagling and finesse. You can make them work together in a photo shoot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least, as always, and posed up here, Marvel Legends Deadpool. You go over here. Yeah, fall over. I don't care. That works together. I think,
Don't knock everybody over.
well, you're gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure that,
Oh god. I almost
Ryan
did
Reynolds
it.
in real
Okay,
life
nope.
is taller than Danhausen. So, but obviously it's 6 inch, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Scaling's all over the place. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for coming back, guys. It's been a while but stuff happens. Life happens. We get them out when we can. So, thank you for joining us on this very nice, very evil Danhausen figure review. I am DCW Hawks.
Devin.
And we will catch you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Like kissing cannibal, the bullets lift the tongue, a cloud of